probably 1, 2, maybe 3 or 4. Okay. So, but I mean, once I get the FTML, I'm not going to be trading on that one anymore because less standard lots. All right, let me close this out. All right, guys, so we're live on YouTube. There's a bunch of guys still coming in. We only have about 40 people in here right now, so we 30 people. So I'm gonna give a few more minutes for people to come in. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the Q&A, so we can go over whatever topics or any trade you want us to cover. I know a lot of people want us to look over. What does Felix want? Felix is blowing up my DMs right now. What's up, Felix? You want to talk, Felix? Or are you is your voice too squeaky? Felix is like Shawn. Yeah, Felix, what do you want? Felix, you want to talk, or do you want to? Are you just DMing me right now?
It's probably too late over there.
What's up, Felix? Here, I'm responding to you, Felix. Let's see what's up. I guess nothing's up. Felix just wanted to DM me. Okay, I'm ready to go. So let's see. All right, we don't have any questions just yet, but like I said, there's still people coming in right now, so I'm gonna give it a little more time. All right, cool. Kevin wants us to review US 30 and determine whether we think it's gonna keep going down or if it's gonna swing back up. So I'll pull that up right now. Let's see if there's anything else right now. VD said gold. Thought he saw it on the 1 hour. So hey VD, do you mind putting that in the Q&A? Just put gold in there and I'll look at it after. I just want to go down the list so I can so I don't miss any questions, because I don't really see the chat as much because it gets kind of flooded. So just go in the Q&A and put in XAU USD and analysis, and then 1 hour if you want me to look on the 1 hour, and then I'll take a look at it as I go down the list. So right now Kevin wants us to take a look at US 30, which is I'm sure a lot of people want me to look at. Let's see, hold up, Felix is messaging. Felix says, what does my Zoom username say? It says your name, Felix. It says is it Felix Brinkett? Or actually you're not even on here anymore. Looks like you left. Felix said, I'm watching it via YouTube right now because my Zoom name is weird. Yeah, Felix, I don't see you in the chat, so you're probably in the on the YouTube. I can't see the chat in the YouTube, so just message me on Telegram if you have any questions, and then I'll take a look. But yeah, let's get started with US 30, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, if you guys are in premium, or even if you guys are in the public, I share these in the public group, so you guys, everyone's profit should be looking amazing right now. These are small lot sizes. These are like a 0.18, 0.220, 0.17. These are pretty small lot sizes, but we've been making huge moves, throughout the week, throughout the day. So they've added up to like over 300 in just a few hours. But yeah, let's just go over to US 30. Let's close out my profits real quick. So yeah, if you guys were trading with us earlier, this is a huge move that happened for US 30 today. Let's go down to maybe the lower time frames, the 1 hour, maybe even the 30 minutes. So we could probably analyze this better on the 30 minute just to see what's going on. Let me turn on the K²SR indicator so I can see. There's literally no support down here. That's why when a lot of people are asking if they should buy US 30, I didn't recommend it because there's literally no support here. So the thing is, this thing could just keep dropping. There's nothing here stopping it from dropping because there's no support that's been established. If you guys are familiar with the K2 SR indicator, this goes back 100 candles. So, it goes back pretty far. So let's look on the higher time frames. Let's just see if we could find, some sort of support where, okay, so if you're looking on the 1 hour, there is some support. So this might be, I think Keith was looking at this earlier. Is Keith in here? He's not in here right now, but Keith was, I think he had an idea where he wanted to buy, and I could see where he got that idea from now, because on the 1 hour, it looks like you know, it's in a strong support zone right here, which makes sense. So let me just draw that up right there. You know, it's also, there's a ton of support zones right here too. So that's not the only support zone where, you know, price could be bouncing from. There's actually a lot of support right here. Let's make that smaller. And then lastly, I'm just gonna, you know, knock up this resistance right here so we can see, you know, where it might be pushing up from. Aaron, can you go on the premium and just remind people that I'm in the I'm on the webinar right now because people are blowing up my DMs, but I'm not able to
All right.
respond to them right now. Just tell them that I'm doing the webinar right now. If they want to ask any questions, just hop on the webinar so I can go over it more in detail. So I'll go in the lower time frames now. Let's see. Okay, cool. So if we're looking on the 10-minute, Keith was taking this buy signal right here. So he took this earlier when he told people to buy, which, you know, would have been a good entry because it was right above support. And, you know, it locked in a nice 1,200 pips. I think he just DM'd me. He said, hit TP. Yeah, so here's, let me see if I can find this. All right, so this is Keith's sneak peek at my DMs right here. So he was looking at US 30 right here. And then he marked this one up right here. That's this trade that's on the chart right now. So he basically marked this up right here using the K2 strategy. You know, he was just using the momentum indicators that we have. And then he was going to enter a buy, which he did right there. It looks like it hit TP because he just said it hit TP right now. So that's a pretty nice win for, you know, 1,200 pips if you guys were waiting for, you know, US 30 to bounce back. So if you guys have access to the K2 indicators, you know, you guys have a huge array of options here how to trade this. You know, you'll know where these zones are. You'll know where momentum's swinging. If you want to know where the trend is, we also have the trend down here. So, you know, it's the whole package here. It's pretty much all you need to be a successful trader. And, you know, Keith just started learning the strategy. And he spotted this pretty nicely. So he entered right here. He rode up. So that's about, you know, 1,200 to 1,300 pips right there. In the opposite direction. But analyzing it, looking forward, I probably wouldn't buy. See right here, we got a sell signal. So it might come down even further at this point. This candle closed in about 9 minutes. So it looks like it's coming back down. So what might happen is it might come down, test this support zone, and then it might reject up, you know, depending if, you know, it's correcting back from today's move, or what else could happen here is it could break the zone right here, retest this support down here and shoot up, or maybe even shoot further down. So personally, I would stay away from US 30 until, you know, there's something that signifies, you know, what direction US 30 is moving. I only trade US 30 during the New York Stock Exchange because there's volatility during that time. Like if you're trading US 30 in after hours, this could literally go either way because the stock market isn't open. So, you know, there's not really a specific direction because when I do trade US 30 in the morning, I'm listening to CNBC like all morning. So I'm listening to the actual stock news, and I'm listening for, you know, clues about, you know, what's going to happen next. If it's going to come down or if it's going to come up. But during after hours, you know, there's no news going on. So literally, if you're trading US 30 during after hours, at a time when there's a crazy move like this going on, you're literally just gambling because, you know, the technicals aren't going to respect every time if you're trading when something like this has happened, because literally, you know, half the people are betting that US 30 is going down, the other half of people are betting that US 30 is going up. And one way to figure out, you know, where traders are trading right now is you can look on the IG sentiment. So let's go to IG sentiment US 30. So I'm going to pull that up real quick. So if you guys don't know how to find this, it's not that difficult. Let's pull this up real quick. Yeah, it's not super difficult. You just go to Google and you search IG sentiment US 30, and then you can just pick the DJI right here, which is the Dow Jones Index. or Wall Street Index, whatever you want to call it. And you can see here that 55% of people are long right now. So that's what I meant. I meant half people are going long, while the other half are short, basically. 55% isn't a big amount. If maybe if this was 65%, 75%, then okay, people are buying. But the thing is, it's at 55% right now. So if you guys, literally could go either way. And that's why I wouldn't go and, take this trade at this specific moment, because literally you could get fucked either way. It just really depends on where the market makers want to move the market. So the thing is, since there's 55% people long, what the market makers might do, this is exactly what I think is going to happen. And I'm going to mark this up and I'm going to leave it here so that we can see if it actually plays out. So you can see right here, it's rejecting off this support, right? So as it rejects, I'm expecting it to shoot up here. And as it shoots up here, it's probably going to shoot up just above the resistance to trick people. They're going to trap people in here. So, I mean, it's going to be real funny if this actually plays out, because if people are buying right here, it's going to push up. And then when people least expect it, it's going to come crashing down super hard. And that's what I think, from my experience and knowing how market makers, move the market. Right here, it shows 55% of people are long. They're going to screw these 55% people because there's more people buying. So obviously the banks are going to want to make money off the people buying here. They want to trick people and lure them into buying until it goes up here. Because the thing is, if price goes above this resistance, what people are thinking is that, they're like, all right, it's correcting. It's going to go all the way up, right? But I don't expect it to go up at all. I expect it to go up maybe just above, like it did right here. See, this is where it tricked people as well. I'm sure, see, this is at 9, it's about 10 a.m. So 10 a.m. today, they pushed the price down and then they shot it back up. And I'm sure a lot of people bought right here because people thought that, Aaron, our NJ hit full TP. Yeah, so if you guys are in premium, man, we're hitting TPs back to back to back. So Felix in my little ears. He didn't say my little ears, but I'm sure that's what he meant.
Shawn, don't start.
Oh man. Oh, Keith's here now. Yeah, Keith, I was just going over your trade earlier. I pulled up your chart. That was a good call. This one right here. But this is what I think this is what I think is going to happen here. So pretty much earlier this morning, when US 30 was dropping like crazy, obviously people are waiting for pretty much the price to reject and correct back upwards, right? So that's basically what happened here. So price came down, it broke below this support, and then it shot back up right here. So I'm sure a lot of people, once it closed up here, once this green candle closed, people bought because they're like, oh crap, it's gonna shoot back up. There's no way it could keep dropping, and that's where the market makers pretty much screwed everyone because they probably put a bunch of buy orders right here. And the funny thing about that is, when people put their buy orders, they put their stop losses right below the support right here, right? So as it pushed up and it shot back down, this is a 1,200 pip loss. So whoever got tricked into, like whoever got duped into entering this trade, they all got stopped out. And as they got stopped out, it went on a stop loss run. And as it went on a stop loss run, it dropped all the way down here for like what, 3,600 pips. That's crazy, guys. And that's pretty much what I see happening right here. Because if you look at the IG sentiment, trading is all psychology. A lot of people think that, they can outsmart the market by, technical analysis or fundamentals, but really you have to think about, what the market makers are doing, and you got to do the opposite of what everyone else is doing. Because if everyone else is buying, the market makers aren't going to want to go in that direction. Why are they going to give them a win? They're going to want to take the money from people where the majority are. So the majority are buying right now. So as it buys, they're going to shoot it. They're going to shoot it up to hype it up. They're basically hyping it up. So they see it moving up, and everyone wants to keep buying because everyone thinks it's going to shoot on up. But little that they know, it's probably going to go up to right here, and then as soon as it goes right here and it closes like it did right here, they're probably going to dump it like crazy. And they're probably going to push it up even higher, because the thing is, a lot of people are thinking that this is going to be a double top, right? So this is really going to screw people so bad, because people are they're going to buy when it goes right here because it broke the resistance. And then they're going to spike price up like real quick, like up to here, because people are going to have their orders right here too, because they're thinking that, you know, if price breaks this little zoned area, you know, then it's not a double top. So, I mean, this could be really interesting. Honestly, this might not happen. It might happen, might not, but more likely than not, I think it's going to drop more. What's going to happen is it's going to shoot up and then consolidate, and then they're gonna let people pump it a little more. You know, they're gonna figure out whether there's more buyers or sellers, and then if there's more buyers, then they're gonna dump it. If there's more sellers, if people get scared and they start selling, they're gonna shoot it up higher. So that's the thing. You have to act on pretty much what people are reacting to. You can't just like jump into a trade just because you see a double top. You can't just enter a sell just because you see a, you know, clear rejection down here. You just can't enter a buy because you can't trade like everyone else. And you know that's the reason why, you know, K2 is so successful, because, you know, we have these indicators here telling us where price is moving. You know, nobody else has these indicators, just us. So, you know, that's what sets K2 apart from, you know, other trading companies or other traders, because if you're trading with another company that doesn't have anything proprietary, you know, you're trading just like everyone else. You're just trading like a sheep. You're not really doing anything different. The thing with K2 is we're doing something completely different because we're trading with momentum. And the thing is, a lot of people can't see these momentum swings in the market because they don't have the K2 indicators. So, I mean, yeah, that's my take on US 30. I probably would stay away from it. Like, I speculate, and I'll tell you guys what I think, but I personally wouldn't be trading it because there's so much speculation going on here that literally, I mean, there's so much could happen within this time frame that, you know, I don't like to trade off luck. Like, I don't trade based off luck or patterns or anything like that. I trade off probability. So, you know, this doesn't seem like a very highly probable trade, especially with the, you know, IG sentiment. It's at 55%. If it was higher, then maybe, but it's not high enough for me to make, you know, an educated decision whether I want to take this trade or not. Let's see. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for US 30 right now. You know, maybe I'll check back on it a little later, you know, as it progresses, and we'll see what happens from there. But, you know, we're in Asia session, so this is probably not going to move very much. It's probably just going to consolidate sideways before it bounces around. But all right, let's see what's going on here. I'm just going to go down the chat real quick before I go down the questions, just to make sure I don't miss anything. Yeah, David said it's going down to 2,500, which, you know, it probably could, like what I was saying earlier, it might come up here and then it'll drop back down. But I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what happens from here. Let's see. Felix, the panelist, is, I mean, it's a person that's presenting. That a short explanation to, you know, what a panelist is. And Felix, just add that UCAD analysis to the Q&A. I'm not going to go over any questions in the chat. I'm just going to make sure I don't miss anything. But if you guys are putting questions in the chat, I'm not going to get to them. So put them in the Q&A, and then I'm going down the Q&A in chronological order. So let's see. James said, I did today. I made 125 bucks, but I was smart with a 0.01. Nice, James. Yeah, James is using some real risk management. I don't know if you guys were in our last webinar. James made a ton of money. Let's see if we could pull up James's stuff right now. Let me see. Yeah, James, if you don't mind me sharing. Yeah, I mean, I shared it last time already, so I don't think it's gonna make a huge difference. All right, so James right here. It was baby James right here. James was so when James started trading US 30 with us last week, he was at about
Is that it?
he was what happened?
Wow. What is that?
Put this down here.
Yeah.
James eating some shrimp, man. He's eating good. Let's see. So James was about actually no, that's the wrong thing. Yeah, he was at about 4,000. So this week, earlier this week, on June 2nd, James was at 4,000, 4,600, right? You look at his profits, today, where's his profit today at? Oh, he put him in the chat, huh? Let's see, man, we got a lot of profits today, so we have to go through all of these. Oh man, Felix, you gotta stop putting these messed up pictures in our chat, bro. Let's see, okay. Here, let's just search up James over here.
I think he sent me his profits.
Oh, he sent them to you? All right, here, cool. Let's scroll down, we got it right here. So you guys saw in that last image, James only had like 4,600. That was a couple of days ago, or a week ago, I guess. Dang, James, you sent a lot of messages. Oh man, I can't even find it. Let's see. Okay, he sent it around.
Wait, I see my name.
It was this morning. Okay. What was James sending in the group? All right, let's see. All right, let's keep going over. James right here. James wants a donut pillow. And if you guys are in premium, you guys would have a great time because there's always something going on in the premium, whether it's Felix or James showing off his truck. Yeah, James is the truck driver. If you guys are familiar with James, every time he comes on the webinar, I don't even, is he in here? Oh, he is in here because he put the message. James is probably driving right now. He drives pretty much up and down the state with his big old truck. I don't know how he does it, but
Timothy.
yeah, I can't find it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so look, this is James' profit today. So this is James today at midnight, actually. So James was at 10,000. You guys saw the last picture on June 2nd, which was last week. He was only at 4,000. Now he's at 10,000. It's completely possible to flip your account more than double within a week trading with me. And James is a prime example. James is a truck driver. He's not a trader. He's not a trained trader that's been trading his whole life or anything like that. He pretty much just, takes trades and makes a ton of profit. But James was saying today that he used a 0.01 because James was over leveraging like crazy, like yesterday. Not yesterday, on Tuesday. On Tuesday, James was up like 3,000, 5,000, like 2 or 3 times, and he never moved a stop loss in profit. And then he basically his heart sank in when he was in negative a lot. So he learned his lesson, and you guys pretty much have to exercise proper risk management all the time. So this is the trade that I just saw right now. The NTD-JPY that we just hit TP, straight to TP, for 150 pips. So if you're trading with a standard lot, you would have made 1,500. If you were trading with a mini lot, you would have made 150. And if you're trading with a micro lot, the bare minimum, you still would have made 15 bucks, which it's awesome. Let's see. James, what did James say? James said James said he made $877 last night. Today he made $250. So far he he has a goal that he's meeting, so it should be good. And Mo, to be part of the premium group, you just have to have a subscription to K². So let me pull up the website for you. So pretty much, depending on what you want within the within K², if you want access to pretty much all these indicators and to be able to trade on your own and to have access to the K² course where I teach you how to trade exactly how I do, which I recommend you actually learn how to trade on your own, using the K² strategy, so you don't have to depend on me for trading stuff. But if you don't want to and you just want to copy my trades, then you can sign up for the premium signals. So if you want to sign up for just the signals where you can have access to the premium chat and my premium signals channel where I post all my trades, you can just go on the website k2trades.com. You'll just click on K² trading premium signals, and then this will come up right here. And you'll just click on enroll in course, and then it's just 50 bucks a month. That's really cheap. Like literally, if you look at the trades that I've produced just today, you know, this is one trade. If you're trading the bare minimum on micro lot, that's 15 bucks profit. Earlier, GJ, we hit 160 pips, 16 bucks profit. EJ was 67 pips. This is a typo, it's supposed to be 670. Let's fix that real quick. But yeah, just with today's trades, if you see how many wins we've had, you know, 150 pips, 160 pips, 67 pips, 138 pips. These are all from today. These aren't from, you know, this week. These are literally just this morning. Another one right there, 85 pips, 69 pips. Literally, you would have covered your subscription for like the whole year just this morning. You know, if you want access to the premium groups for a whole year, it's 500 bucks. It's super cheap. If you want it for a month, it's 50 bucks. You'll make that in a day, or maybe even just one trade if you're, you know, depending on what lot size you're trading. But if you want access to the K² course, where pretty much you'll have access to the indicators, you'll also have access to the signals, you know, all the premium groups, then you just click on K² Trading Strategy course right here. And then you just go to, you do the same thing, click on enroll in course, and then it's 150 a month. But the deal here is we have a special deal where it's only 50 bucks for the first month. So instead of paying 150, you know, for your first month, you're only paying 50 bucks. So this is what I do recommend you do instead if you want to try everything out, because you're going to get the signals with this anyways. So if you just want to do the signals for 50 bucks, you know, pay 50 bucks for all the premium groups. If you want access to everything, you know, you'll have access to the course, the indicators, the premium groups. It's the same price, 50 bucks for the first month. And if you don't like it, you can cancel at any time. Just cancel, and if you want to switch over to the premium signals, just switch over. You know, it's no problem. There's no issue with canceling, none of that. But I do recommend that, you know, you at least try this out, because you know, pretty much you'll have everything here. So this is just for the signals. And then if you have access to the course, this is what the course is going to look like. You know, it's going to have a breakdown of everything. You know, how to get into the groups, how to get TradingView for free, my watch list here. This is a question I get from a lot of people. They ask, you know, what pairs am I trading? If you click on watch list right here, it'll show you my entire watch list right here. So this is literally everything that I'm trading. So if you want to trade exactly what I'm trading, it's right here for you. And then if you want to just download it, you just click on watch list right here. You click that and it'll download. And then you'll just go to your watch list on TradingView and you click import. And then pretty much you just choose the, you know, the file from the course. But everything's pretty much there. You know, have the intro course here for if you don't have much information on or education on Forex. You know, all the important stuff is here. You don't have to learn that much stuff. Like there's a lot of other courses that they fill the courses with fluff because they have nothing to teach. But you know, I just give you guys exactly what you guys need to know. Like you don't need to know that much about trading. People make it more complicated than it really is. You know, I explain how I do trend lines, support resistance. Those are the two main things you need. And then the K² indicator does all the work for you to know where momentum's going. And then we have a couple strategies. So we have the official intraday strategy here. We have the momentum pullback strategy here. The scalping strategy works on all assets, and also, you know, the specific one for US 30. We also have, you know, the zone trading strategy. This is the one that I've been using for all of these signals. Pretty much for this, we just trade on the 4-hour chart, and it's, you know, it's real simple. And then this is, you know, this is the real money maker right here. This is the daily US 30 trading strategy. Like this has made people a ton of money and funded a ton of, you know, FTMO accounts, or soon to be at least, because, you know, I think we have about 6 or 7 people that have passed the challenge already. So, you know, everyone's on their way to be funded through FTMO. So if you have an issue passing FTMO, you just learn this strategy and you're pretty much set. And then, yeah, all the past webinars with me and then with Ines. And then, you know, all of our trade history. So a lot of people are asking about the trade history. I have it broken down right here. So if you guys, you know, if you want to go and fact check all of my trades, pretty much, yeah, Felix, I can see your message. You know, these are all of April's trades. So I have all of them here for each week. All of these here for each individual week. Actually, yeah, this is for the month, the week, and then if you want to go and fact check even deeper, I have every single trade here. So, you know, I'm fully verified. You guys can go ahead and check. You know, all these trades are pretty much, they're all the trades that I've called. You know, and I post losses too. I know someone in the chat said that we don't post losses, bro. Like the losses are right here. I don't know what you're talking about. It's just we don't lose very often. You know, I don't know if you want me to make up some losses just to, you know, to make you happy, but you know, they're mostly wins. You can see here. You know, for the month of April, we had what, a total of 39 wins and 13 losses for a, you know, a gain of 1,500 pips, which is, you know, not bad at all. But yeah, if you guys are, you know, curious whether, you know, all those results are right here, so you can go and check literally everything, all the way until, you know, August 2018. So, you know, if you want to verify my trading skills, go ahead and check it. All the details are there. But yeah, pretty much that's about it. So let's go back to the questions real quick, and let's see what else we got here. So Bradley said made 10.8K today off your signals. Damn, that's nice, Bradley. It's awesome, man. It's a lot of money, bro. Let me see how my positions are doing. Hopefully they're still cool. Yeah, they're cool. I'm still at about a 300 for 4 positions right now. Not bad at all. Let's see. Felix said, do you think tomorrow we'll have a US 30 trade? I'm gonna take it with a 10 lot. Laugh my ass off. Need to pass FTMO. Felix, don't do that. Because I already know you're gonna go crazy in the chat like you did on Tuesday and today and literally every other day. Yeah, Felix, I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, if there's a signal, then yeah, take it, because I'm gonna take it too. Or actually, no, tomorrow's Friday. You know, tomorrow's really risky, so I might not even. I might take a smaller lot, or I might, you know, I'll get out and profit. You know, I'm probably not gonna go for full TP tomorrow if we do take a US 30. Actually, let me check the news. So is there news tomorrow? All right, pull this up real quick, guys. All right, there is news tomorrow, Felix. So I don't know if we're gonna take a US 30 trade tomorrow. There's news at 7 a.m. So, you know, that might affect our trade because, you know, we start trading US 30 at 6:30. So, you know, if this affects the market, then, you know, I'm probably not going to take it. You know, I might give you guys an unofficial signal, but, you know, personally, I don't know if I would take it because, you know, I don't want to blow my account, my funded account. You know, my max loss isn't that high. So, I mean, we'll think about it. We'll think about it, Felix. So if I see something good, then, you know, I'll let you know. Otherwise, you know, I might just sit it out and I'll let you guys play with it. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna go back to the Q&A. If you guys have any other questions, put them in the Q&A. You know, I'm done with the chat right now, so I'm gonna go down the list. All right, so let's see. Anonymous attendee is asking, can you show us the 5 indicators that you use? Yeah, sure. So let me break it down for you. So I'll just close all these right here, and I'll go through them one by one. All right, so the first indicator that I'm going to go over is the K2 momentum indicator, and the K2 momentum indicator are these vertical lines on the chart. So as you can see right here, we have a green signal. This green signal signifies a buy signal, and it's a valid buy signal if it's matched with a green bullish candle. So as you can see right here, this candle is green and it's bullish. So this would be a valid buy entry. So right here, you know, this is what Keith took earlier. Keith took this trade when he got this valid buy signal, and then he took it and he exited somewhere around there, around 1200, I think. It was, I'm not sure the exact number, but you know, he took that, he called out that trade and it went straight to TP. Generally what I do is I tell you to put your stop loss at the previous swing, which should be somewhere around here, if not down here, and then, you know, let it run. Similar with the other direction, right here we have a valid buy sell signal. So this is a red vertical line right here, and then it's matched with a red bearish candle. So as you can see right here, if you took this trade, you know, you could have taken a sell, and obviously would have hit TP for about 3,000 pips right there. But let me show you what an invalid signal is. So in order for it to be valid, it's got to be green, and it's got to be a green buy signal with a bullish candle inside. And then if it's a valid sell, it would have to be red for a sell with a red bearish candle. So this would be a valid sell, this would be a valid buy. This right here would be invalid because it's a sell signal but with a green bullish candle. So it's going to have to match for it to be valid. Even though it did come down, you know, I wouldn't have taken this because it wouldn't be valid, you know, in my view. Let me see if I can find something else here. But I mean, yeah, you get the gist of it. I'm trying to look for another invalid signal, but it doesn't look like there's very many. In general, you want to trade against the trend. So this is where I'm gonna tie in the other indicator. So let me hide that indicator now. Next up, we're gonna go over the trend meter. So the trend meter is going to be, let me go on the higher time frame actually. Okay, so the trend meter is this bar down here on the bottom. So when it's green, this means that price is trending upwards. When it's red, this means that price is trending downward. So instead of drawing trend lines, you can just look at the bar down here and it'll show you what the overall trend is on 4 different time frames. And that's what makes it, so special compared to, other trend meters, because this trend meter shows you the overall trend for the day, depending on where you set the time frames. And then when it's blue, this just means that price is indecisive. So you can see right here, price went into consolidation. So pretty much in this area right here was just consolidating. That's why it was blue. You can see as price broke upwards, it turned green. So this was the trend meter down here, indicating that price was trending upwards. So instead of drawing, trend lines, you just look at the bottom chart, and it makes things so much more efficient because you can just look at the chart and you're like, all right, it's green, so it's trending upwards, obviously. And then similar to right here, it was blue here because it was kind of going sideways, and then once it turned red, this is pretty much indicating that momentum is swinging in the other direction. So it was swinging up, went into consolidation, and then it came down. Andrea, so yeah, this indicator that we're talking about right now, this bottom one, is the K2 trend meter. You can see it down here. And what this indicator does is it gives you the overall trend on 4 different time frames. So if you click on the settings button right here, you can choose 4 different time frames. So I have it set to the intraday settings, which is a 30-minute, 1 hour, 2 hour, and 4 hour. But you can change this to pretty much any settings that you'd like. So if you like to scalp, you can change it to the 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute. If you want to swing trade, you can switch it to the 3 hour, 4 hour, 1 hour, daily, weekly, monthly. It's really up to you. But I trade intraday, so I leave it on the intraday settings. These aren't the required intraday settings, but this is how I like to trade because I want to know what's going on, 30 minutes from now, an hour from now, 4 hours from now, so I can enter trades specifically. And tying these two together, you're going to be able to, if you tie both of these indicators together, you're going to be able to take K2 entries. So K2 entries are basically trend continuation trade entries, based on momentum, because as you can see right here, we know which direction trend is moving. On top of that, you tie in the K2 momentum indicator, turn this back on, and you know exactly where price is going, because obviously if price is going upwards because the trend is green, obviously you only want to take buy entries. And how are you going to know when to take a buy entry unless you know where momentum is going? Obviously you want to go with momentum because momentum is going to keep pushing in that direction. So the K2 strategy, basically all you have to do, and just to make things simple, I'll type it up real quick. K2 intraday trading strategy. It's super simple. So 1, identify valid K2 signal, buy or sell. 2, confirm signal matches trend meter. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. It goes into more detail, but I'm not going to go into too much detail now because, we don't have that much time tonight. So pretty much, on top of this, you're just going to enter on the, here, I'll just add that one because that's going to be the next one. 3, enter on open of following candle. So that's pretty much it for the most part. So for 1, you identify the valid K2 signal, a buy or a sell signal. Right here, we have a valid buy signal because it's a buy signal with a green bullish candle, right? So when you see this, you just want to confirm that the signal matches the trend meter. So down here, the trend meter is green, correct? So if it's green and green, that gives you the green light to enter this trade. Once you have those 2 requirements met, you're going to enter on the open of the following candle. So this candle closed right here. What you're going to do is you're going to enter on the open of this candle right here. So you click on that right there. And then what you're going to do after that is you're going to put your stop loss at the previous swing, which is down here. So it's about 3,802 pips. And then you're going to put the target in the same distance away. So as you can see right there, straight to TP. And it's as easy as that, guys. And this is what I mean. Like, you know, when you request whether you should, you know, buy the signals or, you know, get the strategy. You know, if you have the strategy, you can do this all on your own. You don't really need to follow my signals. But what a lot of people do is they identify these entries on their own, and then they wait for me to call a signal, and then they try to determine, you know, whether, you know, their analysis was correct, because, you know, my signals give you a framework of an entry, but like, what's the point of knowing the framework if you don't know, you know, how that trade came about? If you have the indicators, you're going to be able to see exactly where I identified that entry from. But yeah, this is pretty much the, you know, the original K2 strategy. And then next I'm going to go over a couple more indicators, just 2 more indicators. So there's 4 indicators total that I use, but more so I only really use like maybe 2 or 3 of them for, you know, everyday trading. So I'm going to hide this. I'm going to hide this. Next up is going to be the K2 SR indicator. I'm just going to rewind over here. What the K2 SR indicator does is it automatically plots the support resistance on the chart for you. So I turned it on right now, and voila, there you go. So it makes things so much easier because it automatically plots the support resistance on the chart for you. The thing with a lot of traders is that they misplace support resistance all the time. And there's no problem with that because, you know, identifying support resistance is very subjective. Like, you know, for me, I usually like to see, you know, where price rejects from. But for other people, you know, support resistance can be anywhere. Like literally, people will think that this is support resistance, or some people will think that this is resistance, or some people will think that this is resistance. And then again, down here, they'll think this is support, or this can be support, or this can be support. You know, but who knows what's right and what's wrong? You don't, because it's subjective, and literally, what I see is not what you see, and that's why I prefer the computer to just do it for you. So pretty much when you turn on the K2SR indicator, it'll plot the support resistance on the chart for you. The closest ones, I'll show you the version 2 later, but this is version 1. So version 1's right here. It shows you the resistance and the support. And as price moves, it'll automatically adjust. So check this out. This is the coolest thing about it. You don't have to do anything. Look at the lines, they move. So you can see the red line's moving, the green line's moving. You know, it's pretty much doing all the work for you, so you don't have to go and do it yourself. Sorry guys, let me move this over. All right, so you can see right there, you know, the support resistance is automatically adjusting for you. So you literally don't have to do anything. You'll know exactly where support resistance is. But here's the cooler thing. Okay, so that's just, you know, version 1 of it. Let me show you version 2. So let me go back. I think I was somewhere over here. I'm just gonna go back, you know, random place and time. So that's version 1 of the K2SR indicator. You know, recently, you know, due to COVID, we needed to be more specific. We needed to figure out where price is going to be rejecting from. So I created the version 2 of the K2SR indicator. And now, instead of just having that initial support resistance, now you know where the strongest zones are where price rejects from. And as you can see here, price rejects from specific points. And if you know where these points are, you're going to have the golden ticket to figure out, you know, when to get out of trades, because you don't want to hold trades where price is going to reject from, right? So as you can see here, price came from this point, came down, rejected off this point, came up, rejected. And the thing is, you already had this plotted here because, you know, this was already tested. So if you just trade support resistance, you can literally make so much money just determining, you know, where price is going to be bouncing off from, because you have these zones on the chart. And then here, I'll show you what's cool about it. It's the same exact thing. As price moves, it automatically adjusts with it. So let me run this and look at price. It's rejecting right off those zones perfectly. And you know exactly, you know, where price is going to stop or where it's going to keep going. And it makes things so much easier for you because you don't have to waste your time plotting support resistance. Literally, it does everything for you. Like how much easier can it get, guys? Like, you know, right here, you know where the resistance is. You know, price could either, you know, test this area right here or and break upwards, or, you know, it could come down. And look what happens. It came all the way down, guys. See that? Literally, you could have caught this whole move right here. If you caught this move right here, and, you know, obviously you wouldn't have taken the buy because you were waiting for price to break the zone. Price never broke the zone, so you obviously were going to take it down. You know, if you took that trade right there, you entered, you know, around that zoned area, you could have locked in what, 3,000 pips. How much 3,000 pips if you're trading, you know, US 30? You know, some brokers value it dollar per pip, so you could have locked in, you know, $3,000 easily. just using this. And then the crazy thing about this is if you tie the other indicators in with it, so this is already your golden ticket to being a successful trader. You tie in the K2 momentum indicator, and you know where price is moving already. So the thing is right here, you already knew that this was resistance, right? Because we were talking about that earlier. So the thing is, since you knew that this was resistance right here, you could have drawn a zone like I usually do, hit the lines, and then you pretty much knew where to sell because you have the momentum right here. So pretty much when this rejected off this point, you could have entered a sell right here. And then, like, what did we say here? Like 3,000 pips, I think. And this works on all assets. This is US 30. This works perfectly on Forex, stocks, gold, oil, you name it. Check that out. There you go. It shot down. You probably would have moved your stop loss and profit over here. So you would have gone stopped out, in profit somewhere. But yeah, I mean, it just goes to show, how easy the K2 indicators makes trading for everyone. So yeah, I mean, those are pretty much all of the indicators. Like I said, looking at the K2 course, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. I think I might have closed it. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I think I closed it. But the K2 course, pretty much covers all the strategies. We have about 4 or 5 strategies that I apply on the daily. And if you need a strategy or some type of system that actually works, it's available to you. But yeah, sorry, I kind of went off on a long tangent, going over the K2 strategies and the indicator, but there's a lot to go over. So if you guys want to learn more, just sign up to K2 for your strategy subscription, and you can learn pretty much every single strategy that I trade, and you can be a profitable trader. Even if you don't know anything about trading, you saw how easy it was to apply the indicators. Like there you go, literally.
It's getting close to 6.
All right, hey guys. So before I go down to the next question, I'm going to trade real quick. So let's put a pause on all this real quick. Back on the 4-hour. Turn on my SRs. So for this strategy, I'm applying the K2 SR zone trading strategy. And yeah, if you have access to the indicators, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Check my profits real quick. Whew, look at my profits, Aaron. I'm at 400. So before we started this webinar, I was at like 200. I'm up 400 now, guys. And I was on the webinar with you guys for like 50 minutes. So, I mean, if this doesn't speak to you, this is a live account. This is my name right here. It's a real account. Obviously, if this doesn't show you that K2 works, look at these greens, guys. Like, how often do you see someone with greens like this live on live webinar or live whatever, showing my real account? But yeah, guys. Okay, so I'm done, going over that. I'm gonna scan for some trades. We have 10 minutes left. I trade on the 4-hour chart, so pretty much. Let's go. So no trade there. There was an entry here. Aaron, why didn't we take this trade? I forgot.
Which one?
Oh, it was too close to the support, right?
Way too close, yeah.
Yeah. The reason why I didn't take this trade was because there was support right here. And, I don't, like I was saying, I don't like to trade in areas where price is likely to reject from, because, last thing I want is I'm going to come down here and then it rejects right up and then I don't hit TP. It's just not worth the risk. So, yeah, that's why I didn't take this trade. But if you guys took this trade, I know some people did. I mean, you would have been in some nice profit right now. Let's see. 30 pips almost, 20, 30 pips. Okay, so we have an AJ trade going on. Oh, this already hit TP, right, AJ? I mean, Aaron, why I call you AJ? Yeah, so this AJ trade, we hit TP on this already. Let me see what's over here. So I called this trade a couple hours ago this morning. So this was the trade earlier. And as you can see right here, full TP. Easy as that, guys, man. If you guys just subscribe to K2, you guys could be great traders as well. This was another trade we were going to call earlier on NZD, but like I said, it was too close to support, so I didn't want to take it. If you did take it, you would have been in profit. Let's see, pretty good, about 30 pips. Let's keep going down. Odd USD, I'm in this trade right now. I'm in profit, $100. These are small lots, guys. Like, I'm not trading I do trade standard lots on my big account, but this is my baby account. Like this account's only like what, $5,000. I started with 5,000 earlier this week. It's already at 6,000, guys. Like, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you guys. If you guys don't believe in K2, I mean, I don't know what to say. But yeah, pretty much, you know, this is a 18,000 lot size. So 18,000 is it's equivalent to a 0.18, which is a super small lot size, guys. Like, you know, $100 off that. We've only been in this trade for like one candle. It's about to hit TP1. Let's keep going down. I'm not going to take this trade because you can see there's a ton of zones right here. I don't like trading in zoned areas because price, you know, might reject from there. Look at K²JPY real quick. We've got about 7 minutes. See a couple of questions in there. All right, so right here, this would be a valid entry for K²JPY. You know, like I said, the only problem is support is literally right here. So it's only 21 pips away from support. You know, last thing I want to happen is price rejects off and then our sell position gets screwed. So I'm not going to take that. We have a CHF-JPY. We probably could have taken this trade earlier. I don't know why we didn't take it, but yeah, because it would have been a profit for like 50 pips. So if we took this sell right here.
It was around spread.
Yeah, well, it was around spread time, yeah. Aaron's right. So we're skipping that. Oh, so this is the EA trade from earlier. I don't know if you guys, you know, whoever's in the premium, I gave you guys this trade, but I didn't call it, you know, as an official call. I should have called it because, you know, you would have made 175 pips. I know a couple people took it. I don't know if, is Dean in here? I don't know. I don't think so. But yeah, Dean's one of the new guys that joined yesterday. You know, he's making a killing with this too. And I gave him this trade in the morning because he was asking for trades, and I was like, well, there's no trades, but you know, I gave him these because he really wanted one. So I'm sure he took this one. You know, you would have made 175 profit off that. There's another entry right here actually, but I'm not going to take it because there's zones in the way. So even though it's breaking this zone right here, Aaron, what do you think actually?
How many pips is it away from the zone or the next zone?
44 pips.
44?
It's EA though, so it's probably gonna need a little more.
Yeah, we'll pass on that one.
Yeah, see, there's too many zones in the way, so I'm gonna pass on that trade too. Oh man, this is your CAD from earlier, bro.
I know, yes, that entry, but you know, we said that was a little risky.
Yeah, it was a little risky, guys. You know, I didn't want to call this trade earlier. It looks like, you know, it might be a good trade, but I'm still not going to call it now because same situation, you know, prices is within the zone for TP, full TP. So the problem with this is, you know, I'm worried it's going to, you know, reach this TP area, not make it to full TP, and then reject downwards. And this is why, you know, you can trust my trades because literally all the trades that I call, I actually take them. Like, you know, these are like, I'm not just giving you guys signals. I'm giving you trades that I'm actually taking. So I'm not just giving random trades. Like I actually want them to win. And I take these trades with very high probability. You can see from our results, you know, we rarely lose. And Mo's asking if this video is recorded. Yeah. So Mo, this video is actually live on YouTube right now. So, you know, once I get off, it'll be viewable for you guys. So you guys can rewatch this, you know, as many times as you want. Or you can watch all of my previous other webinars because I have this every Tuesday and Thursday. So, you know, if there's something that I covered in the other webinars that you might want to look at, they're all there. So check this out, guys. So I'm not taking this because it's too close to the zone. Also, this candle where the entry was, it was too big of a candle. So the problem with these candles is that usually it has to, you know, retrace a little bit. So this candle shot up 120 pips. And as you can see right here on the following red candle, it actually retraced a lot. It retraced about 54 pips. So, you know, that's the reason why I didn't call this trade. You know, this is still a good entry if you guys want to take it. I'm probably not going to take it. You know, I'm fine with my profits right now. AJ, I mean, Aaron, I keep calling you AJ. Look at my profits now, bro. I'm at 400 already.
Damn, Aiden, bro.
Eating, guys. Come on, man. You guys are sleeping on K2 if you guys aren't in premium. Like, everyone's hitting profits like this. Like, you know, all the profits that I share in the groups, these are real profits, guys. These aren't like made up profits by some fake people. Like, these are legit people in premium. Everyone's eating in premium. So like when people don't join premium, like I don't know what to tell you guys. Like literally, you guys cover your premium with one trade. Look at this right here, dude. He's taking a 0.10. He's making $60. He covered his premium for the rest of the year. Like literally everyone is eating. So, I mean, I don't know if it's your decision whether you want to join premium or not. But you know, I don't know how else to show you guys, you know, how worth it is. Okay, next trade. Nope, nothing there. EG, nothing there. EJ, who's looking nice. So we're in this trade right now. We hit TP1, still dropping down further. Euro NZD. This is another trade I called in the morning, but I didn't take it because you know there's two zones right here. Hit TP for 158 pips. So if you guys took that trade, you know, good for you guys. Awesome. Euro USD. Good thing I didn't call this trade. Is not looking good at all. So Euro USD. You know, this is weird because the USD is gaining strength, but the stock market is just going to shit today. So I don't know what's going on here. You know, it might reject off. Who knows? But I'm going to avoid this because I don't want to, you know, it's too close to the zone right there. Again, right here, GA, you know, if you guys took this entry right here, you could have made a ton right over here. Nice. Andrea said, I'm over 400 euros profit with a 0.1 lot today. Man, that's amazing. That's crazy, Andrea. Like, you know, it's crazy because everyone in K2 is making a ton of profit with like small lot sizes. It's not something that, you know, is normal. Okay, GCAD right here. Aaron, what do you think about GCAD? It's too close to the zone.
Yeah, it's a little, yeah, pass on that one too.
Yeah, guys, it's Thursday. You know, I'm not trying to risk any trades because we're on such a hot streak right now that it's like, it's just not really worth taking anything at this time. GBP CHF. Aaron, what do you think about this one?
How many pips away from the next zone?
It's kind of small though. So let me draw my zones real quick. Got about a minute left. Yeah, I think it's too close, Aaron.
Yeah, just pass on that one too.
All right, we got a GJ trade. Oh, this is one that hit TP, 160 pips, guys. Congrats to K2 right there. So everyone in K2, eat. Right here we have GN. This is a full move that I don't know if it's completed yet, but it's about to complete, about 200 pips. You know, I don't like taking late entries and trades because, you know, price can reverse, not reverse, but it could retrace at any point. Aaron, we have a GU trade, right?
Oh yeah, we're deep in profit.
All right, I had to go back and I didn't put the alerts for that one, so I'll go back to that in a little bit. It's 6 o'clock. So I can keep going. What about NZD CAD? What do you think? You think we should take it or not? It's consolidating.
Yeah.
NZD CHF. Damn, this would have been nice. Aaron, check this out. So we took this sell right here, which we should have.
Real nice.
Oh, yeah, look at that. 108 pips, guys. See, if you guys have access to the strategy, you guys could have taken this trade on your own, even though I didn't call it. Because the thing is, I'm a little more careful. So, you know, I only like taking trades that I know for sure are going to win. So if you guys like to be risky, you know, you guys are more than welcome to take your own trades. This is our NZD JPY trade. We just posted as a win. You know, it's under 50 pips right there. Ernest said, I think I want to be a full-time trader. Of course, Ernest, you and James, both of you guys can be. I mean, James is locking in profits that are, it's crazy. Like he's locking in like more profits than me sometimes. Yeah, Mo, the video is recorded. It's going to be on YouTube, so you can go and check that later, or I mean, you can check right now if you want. But it's going to be on YouTube. It's already on there, but it'll still be on there, you know, moving forward. This is another trade we're in, NZD USD. It's almost at TP1. USD CAD. Yeah, there's no entry there. I mean, what did I do? I clicked on something. It's okay. All right. Aaron, what do you think about USD CHF? It's too risky. The CHF is strong today, or it's been strong this whole week. It looks like.
Yeah, I wouldn't take that on. The trend is like it's in a downtrend right now. I wouldn't go against the trend right now, especially with the market tanking like it did this morning. I wouldn't want to do it.
Even JPY, I wouldn't do that because USD is super strong right now. So yeah, I think that's about it, guys. So I don't see any, you know, there's no valid entries right now. So just to be safe, I mean, if you guys want to take this UJ, you guys can, but I'm not going to take it on my own account because I want to conserve my capital. Oh man, my account just keeps going higher and higher. We're at 433 now, guys.
Almost at 6,000 now. Excuse me.
So Aaron is saying, Aaron's like, he better see my account at 6,000 by the end of this week.
Yeah, I told him this morning.
About to be there. Let's see. Keith said, did you take the odd NZD trade? No, I didn't. If I didn't call it in the signals, I didn't take it because whatever trade I take, I share with you guys. We both could eat. Because obviously, if I'm winning, I want you guys to win with me. And it helps that everyone has profits to share because it makes K2 look legit. But yeah, pretty much I didn't take it. It would be a good entry right here. It would have hit TP1 already. The reason I didn't take it is because the support's right here. It's just I didn't want to test the support because look at these wicks right here. It's probably gonna reject off it. It might break through it or might reject off it. So I didn't want to. It's just too much of a risk for me. But yeah, I mean that's about it, guys. Let me take off the SRs. You know what? I'm gonna let my trades run. I was thinking about moving the stop loss, but this is about to hit TP right here. Yeah, Aaron's getting ready to call AU. It's about to hit TP.
Yes, sir.
EJ's looking great, as usual. GU looking good. I think I'll move GU in profit actually, so I'll move down here. Not too close, just close enough.
Wait, okay. Excuse me. Let's see. You said AU was about to hit for a TP? Or was that TP number 1?
Yeah, AU's it's like literally a pip away from hitting TP. So this is guys. Also, this is how I set the alerts as well. If you guys don't know, what I do is I want to set TP1 the alert so I know when it's going to hit. So I click on the chart, click add alert, change the value up here. Change the little message because I want to know what the alert's for. TP1 hit. Bada bing, bada boom. Easy as that, guys. So once it hits TP1, I'm gonna get notified. I also want to be notified when it hits full TP. I like to know when I make money. So right here, go to TP2, type in full TP, great. There we go. We're about to hit TP1 right now, so Aaron, get ready for that one too. Stop loss here, just in case. And this doesn't really matter if you put a stop loss because you're gonna know when it happens. But I put this so I can let you guys know. I'm fully transparent. I tell you guys, when you lose, when you win. But luckily for us, we rarely lose. It's a great thing for everybody. So yeah, there goes those alerts. So that's ready to go. Let's check out our NZD USD. Oh man, look at NZD USD, bro. It's dropping down real fast.
Easy.
Yeah, it's looking good. So this is about to hit TP as well. Yeah, I'm probably about to hit 500 soon. Whew. Yeah, guys. I mean, this is possible trading K2. I only took these entries a couple hours ago. I've been in this trade for like maybe an hour, 2 hours. Like, bro, I'm up 500. And these are small lots. These aren't even big lots. If I was taking a lot size, I would have been up like 4,000, 5,000. But yeah, this is my small account. So, let's see. Over here. Let's see, there's another question from Andrea. Sorry, Shawn, can you write the indicator name? Because I don't understand the right one. I hope. Andrea, you have access to the indicators, right? So for you to see the indicators, if you have access, because you're not going to be able to search them up anyways, even if you had the name, these are private indicators. So you can only see the indicators if you have an active subscription to K2. So in order to see these indicators, you're going to click on indicators up here. You'll go to invite only script. So if you have access, you'll have this option. If you don't have access, you're not going to have this option down here. So you click on this down here and all the indicators are already there. So these vertical lines are the K² Trades Proprietary Trading System, which is basically, for short, it's going to be the K2 momentum indicator because it detects swings in momentum, throughout the chart. But yeah, that's pretty much how you'll find it. If you don't have access to K2, if you search up indicators here, you're not going to find the K2 indicator under your type in K2. It shows up on mine because I have access to it. But the thing is, if you search up K2, you're not going to find it on here because it's not available. It's not available to the public. You have to have an active subscription to even see it on the chart. Okay, so let me go to the Q&As again, guys. So back to the questions. Okay, perfect. Yeah, Andrea. So if you're subscribed, you'll be able to find it. Just click on indicators and then go to invite only scripts. Because a lot of people have been asking me, like, they try to look up the indicators on the on the search list, but you can't find it because you have to have access to them. They're not public indicators. But okay, so let me go back to the Q&A, guys. Again, if you guys have questions, just put them in the Q&A, and then I'll get down to them. So I'm gonna go down to BD's question right now. Let's see, BD's still here. Oh yeah, BD's still here. All right, BD. So let's see. He wants me to look at gold on the 1 hour. So let me pull up gold real quick. Looks like I looked at it earlier for someone else, or maybe it was earlier in the day. But okay, so I'll go from scratch so you guys can see what I do. So pretty much what I do when I analyze a trade is I'll zoom out so I can see the full chart. Next up, I'll pull up the K2 SR V2 indicator so I can see where the zones are. Okay, so now that I have the zones on the chart, what I do is, just to keep things clean, I'm going to go and use the rectangle, and I'm just going to draw over the zones that are closest to price right now. So price is right here, so there's a zone right here. And then right here. And then a lower zone as well, just so I know where price is going to be rejecting from. So these are the 3 main zones. I mean, we could even mark up, a lower zone like down here if we really wanted to. Once I mark up these zones, I'll take off the K2SR. So I'm going to hide it. And there you go. You see, it looks a whole lot easier and looks nicer to look at. So you can see exactly where price rejects from. Price came up, came down, rejection, came up, rejection, came down, rejection, 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 came around, and then it came on up. So right here, it's in an uptrend. If you have the shortcut, you have the K2 trend meter, you just double click on your chart. It'll show you where the overall trend is. So right now, obviously, it's trending upwards because it's green down here, but currently it's blue. So it's in consolidation, or, price is indecisive, which obviously you can see it's moving sideways. So in order to determine, what direction price is going, what I do is I open up the K2 momentum indicator. I just click show. And then you can see that the last signal right here was a sell signal, and it broke below this zone right here. So what I anticipate happening is, price might come up a little bit. So unless we get a buy signal, like if a green candle comes up, a green buy signal, then, I can anticipate it to come on up further. Which might happen because, so what happened here was, if I was analyzing this chart earlier, and this is using the K2 zone trading strategy, which, I've been applying, pretty much if I rewind to this candle right here, where we got a sell signal, and then, it closed below the zone, generally what price does is it moves from zone to zone. So you can see here, price came up, rejected off the zone, came down, rejected off this zone, came up, rejected off this zone. It pretty much just moves from zone to zone. So right here, if we got the sell signal and it closed below this zone right here, what I'm anticipating is price to come down to this zone right here. And look what happens here, guys. Let's move forward. You can see price kind of move sideways, and then it came down. You saw it come down right there. And then there we are right now. So you can see price came down and it tested the zone right here. So after it rejected off this zone, what we would wait for is a buy signal. So if we get a buy signal like this right here, and then it closes above this zone right here, we can anticipate it to shoot on upwards to this zone to retest it like it did right here. And then if it establishes a double top, then, it might shoot down, or, in other circumstances, it might break right through it and continue on upwards to continue to the overall trend. So, there's a lot of scenarios here that can play out, and, this is where probability comes in. You come and check how many times did price reject off this zone. How many times did price reject off this zone? 1, 2, 3. the odds are if you get a buy signal right here, it's probably going to shoot to the moon. And then you know, you can see right here, price rejected off this zone for a double top already. So who knows? It might come down actually. Like who really knows? You know, price can could go either way. So in this situation, I wouldn't trade gold because there's no, you know, there's no established direction. Because the thing is, there's a triple top, a double triple top over 1, 2, 3. But these are strong. You know, this is a strong rejection right here. So these two right here, super strong. So what might happen is, you know, price might just keep on coming down. But like I said, you know, price might come up because it rejected off this zone right here. This is also what is it? A double bottom right here, a bottom right here, a bottom right here, and then it can shoot on up right here. So the key thing here is once it reaches this point, this is going to be a critical zone right here, because since it had a double top up here, this could be a triple top. If it's a triple top, you can expect it to shoot all the way down. The thing is, if it breaks above this zone and then doesn't establish a triple top, the thing is it established a quadruple bottom down here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if this shoots on up, you know, you can expect it to go to the moon. So VD, if you're paying attention right now, you know, I wouldn't trade gold because, you know, there is so much uncertainty. And the thing is, you know, I like to trade off probability. I don't trade off luck. You know, I trade off skill. So pretty much, you know, it could go either way. Like literally, you can take it up or you can take it down. But you know, I don't want to take risk that's unnecessary. Like if you look at my watch list, I've got, you know, I got like 30 pairs right here, guys. I don't just focus on just one pair. You know, if this pair sucks, I'm gonna go to some other pair, and then I'm just gonna trade something else. So yeah, personally, I would just wait. VD, this is one thing that I would recommend. So if this comes down and if this breaks below this zone right here, then you can take a sell because I'm anticipating it to come on down, because that would establish that this double top right here is a very strong double top. And then, you know, we still have the sell momentum signal right here. So, you know, it's just really going to depend on where price moves out of this zone. This is just a bad zone right here because it's in the middle of everything. You want either price to come up here or you want price to come down here. Once it comes to those areas, you'll be good. But one thing you also have to take into consideration is that it's Thursday. You know, the market closes tomorrow, so volatility has already died down for the most part. So, you know, there's also U.S. news tomorrow morning. So I don't know if you guys noticed that. Tomorrow morning, there's high impact U.S. news. There's actually high impact GBP news at 11. So in like 5 hours, there's high impact news. Again, at tomorrow morning, there's news at 7 a.m. You know, both of these news events are probably going to affect gold. So that gives me another reason why I wouldn't trade it. But yeah, I hope that answers your question, VD. Cool. I just saw your message on the bottom. Awesome. We have one question in the chat real quick from Lester. Lester's asking, can this trading view connect to my broker? So depending on your broker, Lester, it depends on which one you have. There's only certain brokers here that work on TradingView. Let me see if I can pull it up here. So if you click on brokers up here, they have their list of brokers, you know, down here. If your broker is one of these, it's usually a U.S. regulated broker. So if you're using an offshore broker, you're not going to be able to connect it. But if you have, you know, a real regulated broker, they're going to be on here, like a U.S. regulated broker. So Awanda's an FX broker, TradeStation's a futures broker, stocks broker, futures broker, crypto broker. I use Forex.com. So, you know, depending on your broker, you'll be able to connect. There's a couple other brokers as well, but I don't want to log out of my account right now because I'm, you know, I have active trades running. So yeah, that's pretty much it for gold right now. And then I'm going to keep moving on to the next question. So let's see what we have here. So Felix is asking if we can get an EU analysis. Felix, are you still here? Felix isn't even here anymore. So I'm going to go to the next question for right now. Or actually, here, I'll just go through it real quick for, you know, anyone else that wants, you know, EU analysis. So I'll just pull EU real quick. You know, same thing that I did earlier. I just like to determine, you know, where the zones are on the 4 hour. And yeah, there's literally no zones nearby right now. This is the only zone. So Felix, this is what I see happening here. I mean, if you're still watching on YouTube, it's you know, the USD is really weak right now. So the thing with this is, I mean, it's not weak, it's strong. So if it comes down here, this would establish a double bottom right here. You know, there's a bottom right here, and then there'll probably be another bottom right here, and it might shoot on up. But if it doesn't and it breaks below, you can definitely see it shooting down super far, which might happen because all of our trades right now, like we have, you know, odd USD, NZD USD for sell. You know, they all look really good right now, and if they continue on downwards, then you know you could probably see EU coming down as well. So if it breaks below this zone right here, then I would take a sell and then write it down. You know, it's a lot of pips. It's 100 pips right there. Not even like the full move. The full move is probably gonna be way down here for 200 pips. So yeah, I feel like that's pretty much, you know, my analysis for EU right now. I don't really have a strong analysis because there's no catalyst indicating, you know, the direction of price. You know, depending if price rejects off here, then it might be a buy. If price breaks below, then it might be a sell. So I'll just keep an eye on it if you're still watching. Let's see. Keith said facts. US 30 made a small profit CP of like 130. That's nice. Yeah, that's good. So Keith smashed on US 30 earlier. Let's see what else we got here. Keith said, oh, USDCHF is going. So I think we looked at that earlier. Let me go pull it up again. Yeah, so we did get a buy signal, but you know, like what I talked about with Aaron earlier, the trend down is way too strong. And you know, personally, I don't like going against trend that's that strong because even though we did get a buy signal, this might be a. So like, check this out. So since it's trending down so heavily, this might just be a retracement because look what happened up here too. So if you line this up right here, you can see that, you know, price is trending down. Every time you got a buy signal, it was just a small retracement. You know, it's super temporary. It came up, came down, came up a little bit, came down, came up a little bit, came down. Similar to right here, it might come up a little bit, and then it can come crashing down. So I wouldn't risk that. It's just way too risky. I'll keep saying ignore. All right, let me keep going down the list. Andrea said, were you asking me about odd NZD? Yeah, maybe he was talking to you earlier, maybe not me. Let me keep going down the list. Felix wants me to look at UCAD real quick. Yeah, Felix isn't here, but I'm just gonna go over it if you know any of you guys have a question about it. UCAD would have been a strong buy. So pretty much it broke this zone right here. And if you're applying the K2 zone trading strategy, once price broke this zone right here, you would have entered a long position because this would be a valid buy entry. I don't know why we didn't take this trade. Aaron, do you know why we didn't take this trade?
No, I had sent you a screenshot of it this morning, but
All sleeping, yeah, it's 2 o'clock. Yeah, so I mean, there was this trade earlier. Aaron sent this to me at 2 a.m., but I was asleep, obviously. You know, if you guys took it, then I mean, it's nice, like 189 pips right here. Where's Razik? Is Razik in? I know Razik's got something to say because Aaron didn't call this trade.
it was at 6 a.m., bro. When I woke up.
Was it? Oh yeah, it was when the 2 a.m. candle closed. Yeah, I think we were too busy looking at US 30 in the morning. Razik said Aaron never called.
I'm telling Razik.
But yeah, this would have been a great trade, guys. If you guys took this, I mean, you know, I'm one person. I can't take every single trade, but you know, if you guys have access to, you know, the K2 indicators, you guys would be able to catch this on your own. But yeah, it's looking good. Let me go to what's next. Anonymous attendees asking, should we start selling NZD USD when it hits 0.64472? We're actually in that trade already, so you could sell now if you want to, and you know, write it down with us because we still got a long way to go. So if you're not in NZD USD, I mean, you could just enter right now if you really want to, because I think it's coming all the way down. You know, we still have 90 pips or 80 something pips to go. So it's really up to you. I don't know. I don't know if there's a reason for you to wait for it to reach that point, but you know, we're in the trade. So if you want to join the K2 movement down, you know, feel free to join. Let me keep going down the list. Wall Street's asking, can you check Euro GBP on the 4-hour? I was looking at that earlier. I think it was too close to the zones or something like that. So let's see. Oh yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, it's inside the zone right now. So what I would wait for is for a bullish candle to break outside the zone, since we have a buying momentum right here. But it looks like it's been having issues breaking that zone. So once price breaks above this area right here, then I would take a buy and then ride that thing up. 45 pips right there. You know, put your stop loss right below the zone. You know, it's a free run right there. The only problem with this trade is that, you know, like I said, it's Thursday night and EG like barely moves. So, you know, you don't want to get stuck in this trade over the weekend. Let's see. Dion's asking about CHF JPY. All right, so CHF JPY, we have a sell momentum, so our bias is looking for sell signals. What I would do is I wait for price to break below the zone. You can see right here, it's had issues breaking the zone in the past. You can see if it comes down again, this could be a triple bottom right here. So we have one test right here, 2 tests right here, 3 tests right here. It could be a triple bottom. You know, otherwise, if it breaks below it, so let's see, if it breaks below the zone, then you can enter a sell because we have a sell momentum, and then you can write it down. You know, this would be a nice profit right here. You know, 78 pips, and it's right before it reaches the next zone right there. So the thing with this is, you know, if you go both ways, depending if price rejects off the zone, if you go up, if price breaks below, it could come down and test this next zone right here. So if you guys are looking to enter this trade, you know, I'd wait for, you know, an actual entry before you determine whether to take it or not. Let's see. All right, Garen's here too. Garen said, are your indicators only for TradingView? Is there any way it could be used for MT4 or in the future? It's just my broker cannot connect to TradingView. Are you watching TradingView and entering trades from another platform? Let's see, is Garen still in here? Yeah, Garen's still in here. Hey, Garen. So pretty much what I do is when I trade US 30, because I'm on a Mac, so I can't trade it on my computer. I trade it on my phone. I'm using MT4 just for US 30. So if I see an entry, you know, I'll have my phone open and I'll enter a market order, or I'll place, you know, a specific order type if, you know, if it allows for me to. But yeah, the K2 indicators, they're just going to stick on TradingView. I'm not going to port them to MT4. You know, it's just too much of a hassle, and I don't want people to, you know, use them for the wrong reason. So, you know, for that specific reason, they're going to stay on TradingView. So unfortunately, and the thing is with MT4, like that platform is so old. I don't understand why people still use it. You can see how high tech this indicator is. You know, this indicator is not going to look the same on MT4. And that's another reason why I wouldn't port it over. You know, especially the K2 SR indicator. Like I can't see this being ported to MT4. You know, just the way that it works, because it moves very quickly when it, you know, adjusts to price. Like I'm gonna go to another pair that's cleaner than this because it's just too messy. So if you're on a, you know, let's say Euro USD, and then you're trying to run this on MT4, and the thing with MT4 is it's not going to look as nice. Like you can see here, you know, price moves, and then as it moves, you know, the SR plots new support resistance on the chart. Like I just can't see this being ported to MT4, because, you know, they're on two different, they're on two different spectrums. Like MT4, it reminds me of, you know, trading on a very old computer, while, like, you know, TradingView reminds me of trading on something brand new. So you know, for those specific reasons, unfortunately, I'm not going to be porting it to, you know, any other platform. unless there's, you know, some sort of new platform that comes out. But, you know, TradingView works perfectly fine. And I think you can do perfectly well too, because, you know, if you look at the, you know, our subscribers here, everyone's on MT4. These people do exactly what I just said. They chart on TradingView, but then they have MT4 on their phone or on their computer or whatever, and they just take the trades on you know, MT4. And it's not that hard really, because the strategy you can use on, you know, multiple time frames. Like, you don't have to be super quick with entering your trades and whatnot. So I mean, yeah, unfortunately I'm not going to import it, but just applying it on your phone and, you know, actually charting on your computer, you can do perfectly fine that way too. Let's see, I'm gonna keep going down. Savannah Baker is asking, how much should I fund my account in order to trade and not over leverage? So it really depends on, you know, how much you're looking to make. Let me see if Savannah's here. QRS. So Savannah's not here anymore, but yeah, just, you know, quick answer to the question. Yeah, quick answer to the question. That there's no specific number that you need to, you know, take my trades or whatever trades that are given in, you know, using the strategy. But, you know, you want to have X amount to, it also depends on your broker too. So if your broker gives you high leverage, then obviously you can trade with more. If your broker gives you low leverage, then you're going to need more capital. But, you know, proper risk management is generally a 0.01 per $100 if you're trading Forex. And, you know, that just gives you a rule of thumb. So if you have $100, you could trade a 0.01. That's probably the bare minimum. If you want to trade, you know, 0.01, you need 500. So, and so on. It's just going to really depend on how much you anticipate on making, and, you know, how much you have in the account, what type of broker you're using. Let's keep going. Yeah, Timothy said, yeah, that's what he does on TradingView. So he charts on TradingView, and then he takes his trades on his phone, I guess, via MT4, which is kind of what I do too. But I don't really recommend it, unless, you know, you could do both. But yeah, I mean, I just personally, I just don't like MT4. That's just me. But there's you know, everyone has their personal preference. Let's see, next one. I'm currently in K² Premium Group. Is the option available to use the 1 month trial to try out the indicators for 1 month for $50, or is it only available for users who are completely new to K2? Yeah, so if you haven't used the trial for the strategies, it's still open to you. It's only not open to people who've used it before. So if you have access to the signals, but you want access to, you know, the indicators and the strategies, so you can learn to trade exactly how I do, that's available to you. I just don't recommend doing it if you've already used it before in the past, because the system will flag your account and it'll ban you if you do it, you know, more than once. So if that happens, you know, it's gonna be an issue, because I can't really get you out of the system at that point. So yeah, it's still available to you if you haven't used it before. So feel free to go to our website, you know, k2trades.com. And then you can scroll down to the bottom and then just click on the $50 trial, and then you'll be good to go. Okay, let's see what else. BD's asking EU on the 4 hour. Oh, it's perfect. We're already on here. So yeah, this is what I went over earlier. So EU on the 4 hour, basically what I was saying was we have a sell bias, but the problem with this is that you know, there's a zone right here. So either, you know, price is going to reject off the zone, or price is going to break below and come further down. So just, you know, depending on, you know, what happens right here, if price rejects off here, if it comes down, that'll be your catalyst and, you know, your hint as to where price is going to keep moving as it moves forward. Timothy said on MT4 on computer, I can drag the stop loss and TP lines much easier than typing on his phone. Yeah, no, I agree. I've used it on my computer before, and it makes it pretty easy. It's similar with TradingView too, though. So if I'm on TradingView and I want to slide, I could just move this around like this. So it's the same exact thing. It's just like what I was saying with you know, TradingView. It's a lot more high tech, and there's more options here. Like I can set alerts on the chart. You know, I can draw with all the tools here. I can connect my broker down here. You know, sky's the limit. But like I said, you know, it's all up to personal preference, and a lot of people trade specifically on MT4. So if that's what you like to do, then you know it's perfectly fine, and you can use them intertwined with K2. It's just really up to, you know, your own personal preference as to how you want to apply it. Yeah. Okay, I answered Keith's question earlier about odd NZD. No, I didn't take that. TC is asking if I trade crypto at all. So I personally don't trade crypto. I think Aaron, are you still here?
I'm right here.
Yeah, do you still trade crypto?
I mean, I hold, man, but man, it's not looking too good right now.
Yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of crypto. The thing is, I like to trade like what I know, and I know Forex and I know US30. Um, you know, crypto is all speculation, in my opinion. There's no real data to identify, you know, where things are going to be rejecting from. So you can see right here, you know, odd USD, like we have these zones that have been plotted. If I open up Bitcoin, um, you know, Bitcoin's all over the place. There's no real, let me open the SRs. So there's areas where it's tested, but the problem with this is there's not enough data. Like, you know, Bitcoin's only been around for so long, so the data will only have what's happened here. And the problem with this is that there's so many spikes in price because you know, Bitcoin is highly manipulated. Like literally, it's whoever has the most Bitcoin can move price. It's not like currencies where, you know, things have to move smoothly. Literally, you can buy Bitcoin and you can watch it go up, or you can buy Bitcoin up here and watch your money disappear and go into thin air. So this is why I personally don't like to trade cryptos, because like I said, it's all speculation. There's no data to really base it off. You know, there's no fundamentals, you know, pushing Bitcoin. You know, if you're trading, you know, Forex, you can, you know, if the Japanese yen's going down, that's because the US dollar is weak, or, you know, something's going on, there's a war going on, you know, COVID is getting worse. Then, you know, people put their money in safe haven currencies. There's fundamentals you could follow. The thing with Bitcoin is, you know, Bitcoin could go up, it could come down, it could go up, it could come down. It's really whoever has the most Bitcoin and who's selling off. And, you know, it's up to you whether you're lucky or not to be on that correct side, because, you know, who can really, people say they can predict Bitcoin, but I don't believe any of that. Because, you know, who knew that this was going to shoot up, and then who knew it was going to consolidate a little bit before coming down. You know, it could have just shot up, consolidated, shot up again, consolidated, shot up again, consolidated, shot up again. Who knew it was going to come down like this? The only way you would know is if you had some insider information, which, you know, that's gonna be hard to come by. And yeah, that's pretty much, you know, the main reason why I don't trade cryptos very much. I try to trade XRP, but I don't know. Aaron got me into it, and I lost money, so it's not for me. I mean, I didn't lose money. Actually, I gained money. So Aaron was cool. Aaron told me to buy it. It's like when I first met Aaron, what, like last year? Yeah, like way back. So let me go back to the daily. Yeah, no, Aaron. Actually, no, I think I lost money. So Aaron told me to buy it around somewhere around October. So yeah, no, I bought it right here, and it did come up. Actually, I don't think I lost money. I like broke even. So Aaron told me to buy it around October. And I was like, all right, cool. It's going up. Aaron was hyping me up like, oh, it's going up. It's going up. You got to buy XRP. This is the fastest crypto ever. You know, this is going to be the going crypto. And I was like, all right, Aaron, I'm going to put like $500 in crypto. So I saw it go up, and I was like, all right, Aaron's right. Aaron's right. It's cool. And then it came shooting down. I was like, man, I should have never taken that crypto. So I cashed out here, and then I put all my money in Hugo's way, and that's how I got it started. That's how I got started with US30, because you know, I had no other reason to be on Hugo's way. I just went on there to trade US30 and other indices. But yeah, I mean, short answer to your question is no, I don't trade Bitcoin at all. Maybe once you know, speculation is over and it's been established. But you know, currently crypto just kind of moves all over the place, and it's just not something that I feel comfortable trading, because I like to trade off probability, and you know, I like to be able to factor in, you know, a lot of other things when determining when to take a trade or not. All right, we have one more question. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to put them in the Q&A. You know, otherwise, I'm probably gonna get off in a little bit. You know, we've been on for a little bit of about 2 hours now. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the Q&A, and I can go over them. Otherwise, I'll be in the Telegram pretty much. I got a ton of DMs to go through, guys. Like 100 DMs to go through, so I'll be busy all night, answering these questions. K2 is going like crazy. I don't know if you guys were in K2 before, but yeah, K2, we went from a little over 100 subscribers into just the last month we're up to almost 400 now, guys. And this is thanks to everyone. We've created an amazing community with K2, that other people can't compare to. It's crazy. It's like, because I'm real with you guys. The trades I give you are legit trades. They're not just signals. Like, they're trades that I'm actually taking, and they're all doing good too. We're up like 370 right now. But yeah, guys, let me keep checking out. Okay, we have one more question from Keith. So Garen said, thank you for your thoughts on TradingView. I'm ready to subscribe. Last question. I have FX Choice as my second broker I use. Any thoughts on this offshore broker compared to Hugo's Way? So FX Choice, honestly, I have no idea because I don't use offshore brokers aside from Hugo's Way. I think they're pretty much in the same boat. All offshore brokers are pretty much there's no real pros to any of them. You're going to run into the same issues. You're going to run into down servers. You're going to run into issues with withdrawing money. Just one thing with Hugo's Way is don't trade from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. midnight. That's when their servers get all weird. I think we've talked about this before in the last webinar, where everyone's accounts get screwed up around that time. So if you are trading on Hugo's Way or any of those offshore brokers, personally myself, I only trade in the morning during the New York Stock Exchange, so it doesn't affect me at all. But I'll say, yeah. So here's Matthew in the chat. Matthew said, I'm with FX Choice. They are trying. So yeah, I guess you're fine. If Matthew's been with us for a while and he's made a ton of profits trading with us. So if he's doing well with FX Choice, then I don't see why you'll have any problems either. But I can only recommend regulated brokers. I'm not going to recommend shitty brokers to our members. Even Hugo's Way. Even though I use Hugo's Way, I'm not going to recommend it to you. I use it just because I have to. But now that I'm getting my funded account with FTMO next week, I'm not going to need it anymore. So I'm probably not going to be on Hugo's Way for much longer, because I'm just going to upgrade my funded account to like a bigger, like 100K account with FTMO, because the challenge is so easy, dude. It's hard for other people because other people don't know how to trade properly, within their requirements. But I passed that. Not just me, like literally like 5, 6, 7 people in K2 just copied my trades, and we all passed EFTMO in like 2 days. So once I get that fully funded FTMO account, I'm probably gonna bounce off Hugo's Way, because it's just not really worth it. Yeah, Ben said he's starting the challenge next week, so that's awesome. There's another person that's going to be funded in K2. Everyone in K2 is basically going to get funded. Like, it's funny because a lot of people can't pass the challenge, but we make it look so easy. And that's just using K2. Let's see. So we have one more question from Keith. So Keith wants us to check out USD SGD. Let's see, USD SGD. There we go. So I'm gonna put this on the 4-hour. All right, cool. So there's no zones down here. Let me go on the higher time frame, see if there's any zones down there. There's a lot of zones on the daily. Let me go on the 8-hour. Cool. So if I go on the 8-hour right here, closest zone is going to be right here. Go back to the 4-hour. So that's one thing you guys can do too. So if you don't see any zones on the 4-hour, like on whatever chart you're looking at, you can always go to a different time frame to see if there's zones that are nearby. So there's no zones on the 4-hour, but this is the 8-hour zone right here. And if you want to change the color to distinguish, it's a different time frame, you can do that. you know, it's really up to you, especially when you have all the K2 indicators. You know, this makes trading a whole lot easier. You know, there's a ton of people that are struggling trading, but if you have these indicators, it just changes the game up for you. So right here we have a buy bias because we have a buy momentum signal right here, and price did break above this support zone right here. I mean, not support, resistance zone, and pretty much you just zoom out. And then we'll put in our entry right there. So Keith, if you're trying to take this trade, I mean, it's still inactive right now. I mean, it's technically still active if you took, the full move. But the thing is, like I was saying earlier, it's Thursday, so momentum's starting to die down. So the thing is, USD SGD is a slow moving pair. You definitely don't want to be stuck in this over the weekend, especially since it's an exotic. Or I mean, I don't know. I don't know if this is considered an. I guess it would be because the Singapore dollar is not a major currency, so this might be a cross or an exotic, but it doesn't move as fast as other pairs. So personally, I'd stay out of this trade. But if you want to take a risk, I mean, feel free. It looks like it could be fine. You can even move the target a little smaller below the zone up there. Just change that to 81 pips. So 81 there. Right there, and that might be good for 81 pips. It looks like a good move actually. So it looks like it's retracing back. It might retrace down and then shoot on up like that. So that should be good. Oh, Ken's here. Oh, nice. So Ken said, I'm a grand away from my challenge pass. So that's awesome, dude. See, like everyone in K2 is passing FTMO. Like, if you're in K2, like you're not even going to pass FTMO, you'll pass trading completely because, we're just so good at K2. It's not even us trying to, be better than anyone. It's just, it's just no one can compete. Like, look at our results, guys. Like, go to any other trading pages, any other trading groups. Who's as consistent. Like, if you look at, I have all the results here from, let's see. Like, I literally have all of the results from 2018. If you look at any trading groups, nobody has results this far back. And these are like legit results. You can literally go through the results and, you can go and pretty much draw up these trades and see if there's a K2 entry there. And there's a K2 entry because I only use one strategy, or not one strategy, but a couple strategies within. But literally everything is documented. You can literally go through everything. This is April. You want to go through March. Literally everything's here. Like, I have nothing to hide, guys. So it makes it so much easier. And I even saved a folder here for all of the K2 members that have passed FTMO. So we've only been doing FTMO for like a couple weeks now, or a week, the minimum days. And I have a folder here with pretty much everyone who's passed FTMO. So, here we go. Congrats to David right there. Congrats to Edward right here. Everyone's passing FTMO, If K2 could pass FTMO and barely anyone can pass FTMO, that says something. We have something that actually works here. I don't understand why anyone would trade anywhere else. Like, it's funny when people go and leave K2 and go trade with another group. Like, it makes no sense. The proof is in the pudding, like David says. Like, there's nothing that can disprove that K2 actually works and we're actually successful. There's no faking here. But yeah, okay, so we have one more question from CT. CT said, did you go over OddCAD? So let's check out OddCAD real quick. Let's see, OddCAD. Nice. So CT's in OddCAD right now. I was looking at it. Oh, nice. Oh no, so I wasn't in it, but I was waiting for it to break below this zone. Are you in a sell? CT? Yeah, I said set support. Oh, nice. Okay, you're perfectly fine then, because this candle, well, I mean, you've got 3 hours until this candle closes, but if it does close below this area, which I think it's going to, because it looks like the Aussie dollar is weak right now, and you've got a lot of cushion. it's kind of similar to that CJ trade that we talked about last webinar. You know, we were wondering if it was going to come down. It came straight down. So yeah, if you take that, close below, I think it's going to look real nice. So yeah, you should be good, dude. Yeah, I think that's about it for the questions. Let me see my positions real quick. I'm still at $400 profit. I'm so tempted to just close them right now, but you know, I want to hit full TP, guys. Look at this right here, man. Odd USD, I'm up 120. Euro JPY, I'm up 155. You know, this is easy, guys. And they all look perfect. See, that's why I don't want to close them. Like, I want to close them, but at the same time, I don't, because they're perfectly fine trades. You know, let's let them run. Let them do what they're supposed to do. We've been on a hot streak this entire week, not entire year, actually. You know, you guys have seen the results. We have one more question from Spencer. So let's see. He wants me to check out USD MXN, the US dollar versus the peso. Oh yeah, I remember this, Spencer, man. You're the genius that came up with this last time when we talked. Yeah, so this came up right here. Yeah, this is nice, Spencer. So we talked about this last time. Not even 4 hours. I think we're looking at it on the 1 hour, or even the 30-minute actually. So for a pair like this, since it's you know, trending heavily, you could take the intraday strategy on this. Which I'm not sure if you took this trade, Spencer, but if you took this buy entry right here, you must be balling by now, bro. So let me zoom out of this thing. If you took this trade right there, dang, that's like 3,000 pips. Let me see if there's any zones around this area. So there's no zones. Let's go on the higher time frame. Spencer said, yeah, it's dope. I got out too early. I mean, I wouldn't even known that it would have came up that high. Oh, see, this is what you could have done. You could have went on the 2 hour, and then you could have drawn these zones just to see, like, you know, where price is probably going to reject from. But it's like out in the open. Wow. Okay, so it's out in the open and clear, Spencer. So if you were in this trade, you could have literally rode this thing all the way up, dude. Like, all the way to the next zone. This is the 4 hour zone, so it's literally out in the open right now. Oh wow, so Matt's in this too. Matt knows the secret too, I guess. Yeah, because Spencer showed me this pair on what, like Monday or something, and I was shocked because I was like, dude, like literally every position, like every K2 entry was straight on the money. So like I was telling Spencer, like, dude, if you took every trade, actually no, okay. So it's actually at resistance right now, Spencer. So maybe it was a good thing you got out. But if it was to break above, so let's see, Matthew's in. He said one lot down. So Matthew did one lot. You must be banking off this, Matthew. So it's at resistance right now. So the problem with this is, you know, it might reject off this zone. But the thing is, if it breaks above it, I mean, you're pretty much good to go. What I would do is I would probably just watch it. And so this candle closes, this 8 hour candle closes in 3 hours. So if it closes above, you can probably see it shoot on pretty heavy. Kind of similar to right here. Right here, price was coming down, and then it's kind of similar. We were waiting for it to break the zone right here, and you can see price right here had trouble breaking the zone. So it couldn't break, rejected, retraced up a little bit. It broke right here, and then you could have taken the sell for some amazing profits right there, bro. Look at that. That's crazy. 5,000 pips right there. If you went all the way to the bottom, 12,000 pips, guys. That's nuts. And then Matthew's trading with the standard lot, so I can't even imagine how much money you made off that. But this is actually a great pair of trade. I was telling Spencer I might be trading it myself because this is like a gold mine. Literally, if you're applying the the intraday strategy, literally you could have taken every sell signal here. Not even that one, but where were we looking? Oh, you were looking right here. So literally, if you took every sell signal for the entire month of May, like, bro, you'd be rolling in the profits, man, like nuts. Look at this right here, bro. So sell right there, sell right here, 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 sell here. Like literally every sell position, every sell signal would have made you a ton of profits. And if you, you know, we're just over here speculating. If you took this from up here, hey, Jesus, bro, that's like 20,000 pips on one pair. It's crazy. Oh wow. Okay, so Matthew said, thanks for the update on USD MXN. He's up 4K in profit, guys. Dude, that's crazy. Matthew's up 4K in profit trading a freaking exotic. Like, you know, who does that? That exotics are actually pretty good to trade with K2 because the thing is, you know, we trade off momentum, and these exotics are not manipulated as much as major pairs. You know, it's the complete opposite. A lot of people think it's better to trade major pairs, but it's actually the complete opposite. You should trade exotic pairs and you know crosses, because the thing is nobody's messing with those pairs, so it's easier for you to catch these huge movements, and no one's going to bother you and like kick you out of the trade because it's not getting manipulated. Craig said, to trade a lot size on this pair, what would require what count size? Personally, Craig, it would actually require a higher account size, because the thing is, since they're exotics, the spreads are so high and they cost a little more to trade. So I'm not sure because I don't trade exotics. You know, maybe if you pop that question in the chat, you know, someone could answer that for you. But you know, personally, myself, I don't know how much you would need. I'm sure it's not too much, but you know, it's still probably more than yeah. So sorry guys. So Matt said it's a high spread and swap fee. So you're gonna pay a lot in spread, and then your swap fee if you hold it overnight, which is what I'm assuming. Yeah, but Matt said, "Oh, my account size is big." I mean, yeah, he just made 4K off that, so his account size got even bigger. So yeah, if you guys are applying K2, I think you should check out you know, try applying it on exotics. I think I might be doing that too, just to, you know, be on the safer side. You know, personally, I don't even like trading major pairs anymore, but you know, a lot of people, that's all they trade. So you know, I got to give you guys what you guys want. So yeah, I think that's about it. I don't see any other questions. So if you guys have any more last minute questions, feel free to put them in the Q&A. You know, I'll wait a few more minutes. If not, then I'll be getting off, but I'll be available in the Telegram. You know, I got about like, let's see, all right, I got about like 80 DMs to go through. You know, there's a lot of people here trying to join K2 because they, you know, they see the power of K2, and you know, the results don't lie. So, you know, I'll be around. So if you guys have any other questions, you know, feel free to reach out on Telegram. I might take a while to get to you because I have so many DMs to get through. But yeah, other than that, it was a good live, somewhat trading room. You know, good training session. If you guys, you know, have any other questions or need help, you know, I do this every Tuesday and Thursday. So every Tuesday and Thursday, we'll hop on, you know, go over whatever questions you guys have, and you know, we'll go on until all the questions are over with. I'm here to help you guys. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later and see you guys in the chat.